This is Charlie Parsons for the Stomping Ground, powered by Wowhydrate. Delighted today to be joined by Tyson Fury. I know it's been a bit of a, I suppose I was going to say strenuous day, but you've actually looked like you've enjoyed it all and everything here today.
I have enjoyed it. It's been fun. We've had a lot of fun on the shoot today.
We have, yeah. Thank you for that. I suppose just firstly, as Spencer said to me previously, but a bit of business, I think, with the manufacturers over here in Thailand. A great place?
A great place, yeah. We came over to see all the manufacturers, all the stuff being printed for the fights and all the merch and stuff. So just to come over and check it all out, really, and say it's all going well, and it is. So, yeah, we look forward to getting it all over there.
We're going to get into the nitty-gritty of everything, but just firsthand, we were saying today, you look like you're in tremendous shape. Do you feel good?
I feel good, yeah, I always do. I'm in good shape, you know. I put a 3 months camp in for the last fight that didn't happen with the cut. So I was in fantastic shape, ready to go a couple of weeks out. It's been 4 weeks, a couple of days ago now, so I've rested, recovered, ready to go back into camp in the next week.
I discussed the ins and outs with Spencer in our interview and how that sort of 24 hours materialise, you get the cut and everything, but how do you mentally as a fighter deal with something like that?
Do you know what? In the game, shit happens. Worse things have happened at sea. It won't be the first time, it won't be the last time a fight's been cancelled with an injury, so it is what it is. At first I was a little bit pissed off because it didn't look like it was going to happen. We didn't have a date, but as soon as I got the date 2 days later, it was fantastic. Yeah, everything's good.
Were you happy with how quickly things materialised? We saw that online press conference, the next day?
Yeah.
Things got
a couple of days later, we got it all sorted, everything was good.
Right, let me ask you then, the cut. Obviously, I believe it's external, not quite on the eye here, but are you going to have suitable time for sparring for May the 18th?
It's already healed now, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, a cut takes about 8 weeks to heal up, so I had 15 weeks from cut to fight day, so yeah, plenty of time. I'm not worried about the cut. If the cut opens in the fight, fuck it. So what? I've had plenty of cuts before. It's a fight.
Do you feel like you've dealt with this instance? I know maybe not so much postponements in the past, but we just speak about you being in good shape. You've stayed mentally fresh, ticking over, ready to go almost straight back into camp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been good for me. I treat these training camps these days like a health spa. I've said it many, many times. I get to go away for 7-8 weeks, get looked after like egg in a cake, trained by the best, fed by the best, pampered, looked after, massaged, couple of reach rounds, you know what I mean, on the old massage table.
How many's couple?
Six or seven.
Six, that's a big couple.
You know, my daily routine is 7 times a day, twice on a Sunday.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's good. I enjoy the training camps. It keeps me fit, it keeps me out of trouble, keeps me healthy. What's not to like?
You put a video out after the postponement of the fight about people calling for you to retire. Now, we know what public are like and things happen, and 1 minute you're up, 1 minute you're down. Were you disrespected and surprised at all by some of the sort of talk?
Calling for me to retire?
He said some of the industry faces he was...
I have no interest. You know, people, it's all sticks and stones, and it's to me it's just like water running off me shoulders. People are going to have comments to say about people when you're doing well, and if you've not got negative people or you've not got haters, it means you're not doing well. So yeah, all the time people talking shit about me, I'm in the fast lane and I'm smashing it. When people don't give a shit if you win or lose anymore, you've got nothing to say about you, then you're a nobody. And in this game you need to be a somebody to make the money.
So all publicity is good publicity?
I believe that, yeah.
Okay. Has your feeling towards being the Undisputed champion changed? Now, we spoke off camera earlier and you sort of were quite honest in your assessment, and you said, look, when you've won everything that there is in the sport to win, this is slightly different. I know you've said before it doesn't massively get the juices flowing, but as of right now, going into May 18th, Undisputed champion, we know that it will be handed over, Lennox Lewis will be there. Does that hold stature to you or no?
It would do if he was a normal person, but when you're somebody like me, it's just another fight, you know what I mean? It's a business to me. I said to you earlier on, it's a business. You know, the Undisputed's fantastic. I've won every belt there is to win in boxing. I've completed it. Everything I do from now on is a bonus. Every day I'm involved in it, every dime I make out of it, it's all a bonus, you know. I've been doing it because I want to do it now. I'm not doing it because I have to anymore.
When you stand in the squared circle come May the 18th, how does the fight go? And is Oleksandr Usyk the toughest opponent you've faced?
I don't know, because I've never fought him before, so I couldn't really answer the question.
Based on performances?
What? I don't know.
Heavyweight?
Styles make fights. That's what happens. He's only had 2 or 3 fights at heavyweight, and to be honest, I haven't been that impressed with him. He does what he's got to do. He's got his wins. He's been paid. He gets the job done and goes home. So that's what it's about. Is he good enough to beat the Gypsy King? I don't think so. But good luck to him. If he is, he is. If he is, I'll shake his hand. If he's not, in the end again, I roll on to another one. It is what it is.
Do you believe you can stop Oleksandr Usyk?
Yeah. I think I'll take him out inside 7 rounds.
Okay. There is the rematch clause. I spoke a little bit about that with Spencer, but like you said in your video, 2 fights with Usyk, 2 fights with Anthony Joshua, if he wants the second, you said, after beating him, and then that rematch with Ngannou, and that's just getting started.
Listen, I only take 1 fight at a time. I could get brain damage and die in the first Usyk fight, so you can't look past any fights, you know what I mean? I might get run over and by a train, who knows by that time, but 1 fight at a time. You say how you feel afterwards. If you're good and fit and ready and healthy and injury-free, then you go again. If not, call it quits.
His Excellency Turki Al Alsheikh and Spencer Brown have come together. We see everything that's happening in Riyadh season. I think the snooker's going there next week, but we're seeing so much boxing-wise. Obviously, yourself heading that up with that fight with Francis Ngannou. Are you surprised at all by how things have materialised? Spencer said about that first meeting in New York and how things have come on since then.
I'm not surprised.
No.
You know, boxing was dead until the Saudis come in. You know, I think I had the last big fight at Wembley with Dylan White, and I had the other one with Chisora. But since then, I think boxing's been dead. Without Saudis, boxing is dead. That's a fact. I wouldn't even be boxing anymore if Turki Al Alsheikh didn't bring me back and put me on the big shows and that. You know, it's a breath of fresh air that you've got somebody like these Saudis who want to publicise boxing and make it big, you know. It only makes it good for the kids coming through tomorrow. It's fantastic for the champions today because everyone's making big bags, but it's even better for the kids of tomorrow.
Bigger exposure.
For sure.
Yeah.
More eyes on the game.
Yeah.
And look, all the superstars are coming over. They're bringing everybody over to the fight. So it's fantastic for boxing as a sport. It's great for the individuals as well. You get paid a few quid and do what you want then.
Something that's also gained a lot of attention and eyeballs is obviously it first started off with Turki Al Alsheikh and Frank Warren. Eddie Hearn's now come into the mix. They're doing a 5 versus 5. So Queenberry Promotions pick 2 fighters, Matchroom Promotion pick 2. I think 2 weight divisions, and then Turki Al Alsheikh. We and you would have seen it over the years of numerous squabbles and he said, she said. Is it refreshing now as a fan seeing Frank and Eddie cooperate with each other and seeing these sort of things that we've asked for years?
I'm not sure. I'll believe it when I see that one.
Okay.
The 5-on-5 thing's a great idea, and it'll be a good night of boxing. Whoever they choose, they choose. I don't think it's a thing where, Frank didn't want to deal with Eddie or Eddie didn't want to deal with Frank. It was just a money situation.
Yeah.
I know there's tons of money floating around. Anything can get made. All these fighters want to fight each other if the money's right. Look how many great fights we've seen in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Turki Al Alsheikh's been in boxing about 6 months and he's put on the biggest fights the world's ever seen. You know why? Because the money's there. And prize fighters fight for money. That's hence all these things these fights took 10 years to make, and all the Terence Crawford and the other one, Errol Spence fight took so long, and yada yada yada. Now fights happen in every 2 minutes because the dough, and that's what we're in it for, to get paid.
At the minute, the heavyweights dominate, but Turki Al Alsheikh said he'd love to have someone like Tank come over, your Shakur Stevenson, stuff like that. We've not seen as much from the States. We know Wilder came over and fought Joe Parker, but do you think we'll see more?
I think so, yeah. I think he's got a real big appetite for the boxing game, and he just keep pumping more life into it. We've got Bivol and Beterbiev coming up.
Incredible
for the Undisputed light heavyweight championship.
Can you pick a winner in that fight?
I probably could, but what would be the point? Because I'm going to upset one of them, ain't I?
I didn't think of it like that.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if I say one or the other, I'm going to upset the other lad. And
that is true.
It doesn't hold any weight who wins.
No.
I don't care who wins.
No.
Do you know what I mean? None of my business, really.
No, that is true. Yeah.
But I wouldn't want to say, well, he'll win and then upset the other one. And then there'd be, animosity in the air when we meet.
Yeah.
So, for me, I don't care who wins. The fans win that one. It's a great fight, for sure.
Yes. I suppose just Riyadh as a whole, did it take some getting used to?
Not really. It's a great place, great people, great culture. I like the way that they go on out there. Just a good place, for training. I went to Jeddah for a holiday with my family. Okay. I did 2 weeks over in Jeddah,
saw that, yeah.
in the Red Sea resorts out there, and that was a fantastic experience. And, having not been to Saudi Arabia before, you think all these things, you hear all these stories about it, and then when you actually go there, most of it's not true. So I'd say visit it, It's a fantastic place, very, very safe, very family oriented. Fantastic.
Tyson, I won't keep you too long.
No problem.
We know in the past, like I said, there's always been he said, she said.
Yeah.
When the fight was postponed, Eddie Hearn was very complimentary of yourself and just sort of said these things happen, they're going to get a new date on. Once again, you probably don't care, but is it refreshing?
What's that?
Just the sort of niceness rather than all this he said, she said?
From
Eddie, anyone?
I couldn't give a toss
No.
what Eddie Hearn says or anybody else,
No.
really. Like I say, if they say good things about me, very good stuff, I don't care.
Oh, yeah.
So if they say bad things about me, I don't care about that either.
Yeah.
There's nothing you could say to me that's going to make me upset.
No,
Nothing anyone could, because I know who I am when I look in the mirror. I know what I've done, I know what I've achieved. I know I've made it in my life. I know I can do anything I want, go anywhere, whatever I want to do, I can do. So someone's opinion doesn't matter to me, and that's the difference in me and the rest of them. If you take other people's opinions on board and take it as a personal thing, to me it's strictly business. That's all it will ever be. So you can't. No one could upset me by saying negative stuff. I'd be a dummy, wouldn't I, if I was getting upset about someone being negative. Oh, he's a shit boxer. Well, why am I worth a ton of money and why have I won every belt in boxing and undefeated after all these years? You know what I mean? So I don't think you take other people's opinions on board, no matter if they're good, bad or indifferent. I think you do what you got to do yourself, and there's only one person you got to please in this world, and that's your wife. If you don't have a wife, you please yourself. But when you get a wife, you quickly learn you got to please her.
Yeah.
So the outside world, to me, is what it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
They're not friends of mine. They don't know me. They won't go out. I've never been out with a beer for these people. Do you know what I mean? So it is what it is. Good, bad, or indifferent, they're still talking.
That is
so,
true.
and that's what it is. Creating views, creating content, creating everything. So keep talking shit.
This week we see Anthony Joshua versus Francis Ngannou on Friday night. What do you think? We see AJ's now linked up with Ben Davison. Firstly, what do you make of that link up?
I thought it was a good link up. You know, I said it years ago. He probably should have done that because Ben lives right round the corner from him, and he's a fun guy to be around. He's a good trainer, so I don't see why he needed to travel to America when he could get good training in the UK. So that's fantastic for him. As for the fight, I think it's a great fight. You know, it's a good fight. When I was fighting Ngannou, it was a mismatch. And
so
it was
I was going to pick
fight.
up on that.
But it is what it is, isn't it? Styles make fights, and that's what it is.
Do you think that may be because Francis Ngannou sort of put in a better performance than people suspected?
I'm not sure what people expected of the man before that. Do you know what I mean? I know it was supposed to be like 1,000-to-1 shot, and he was useless and he couldn't fight and all that. But he proved everyone wrong, so fantastic for him. You know, I've put him on the map, made him a multi-millionaire, and now I'm making him even more money. So he needs to thank me, doesn't he? He needs to get on his knees and kiss my feet, doesn't he? For what I've done for him.
Friday night, when they get in the ring together, Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua and Francis Ngannou, how does that fight go?
I don't know and I don't care, to be honest. I'm going to
go... Give me a little summit.
What am I going to give you?
Fair enough.
Listen, whatever happens, happens. The best man will win on the night. They're heavyweight giants, aren't they? So anyone can win. Some good, brilliant fights on, actually, on Friday. I'm looking forward to the whole bill.
Joe Parker against Zhang. How does that one go? Do you think Joe does that?
Joe's me pal, so I'm never going to go against him, am I? I do think he can win that fight for sure. I think Joe will win. I think Joe will outbox him as long as he doesn't get caught standing still and trading with the guy. Joe's got very good footwork and boxing ability, and he's come on a lot since he's been training in Morecambe Bay. Home of champions. Get up. He's come on tenfold. But I think Joe will outbox him. He's got fast hands and slow feet, Zhang. Stand in front of him, he'll combination punch you to pieces, but if you keep moving, you'll be all right. I think Joe beats him. There's a lot of good fights in that card.
Tyson, just lastly from me, we're here with Wowhydrate.
Yep.
They've done the content shoot today. I mean, me firsthand, it's been good fun. It seems like you've enjoyed yourself as well.
I have enjoyed it.
You said something over there to me that was obviously you work with us, but on top of that, it's a drink that you enjoy.
Yeah.
Just want to speak a little bit about that?
Yeah, like I said to you before, even if I wasn't working with Wowhydrate, I'd still use it because I believe it's the best in the game. Always has been. Especially the extra light drinks. When you're sweating, you piss and a sweat out, all your goodness and salts go out your body, so you replace it with that. It's sugar-free, few calories. What's not to like?
Final message.
And it tastes good. The blue one is by far the best now.
Shout out Blue Raspberry Electrolyte Pro.
That's the one.
We like
that's
that.
the one.
Tyson, thank you ever so much for your time. It's been a real pleasure spending the day with you here in Thailand. Lastly, final message to your fans. May the 18th, you get it on.
Get a Sunday dinner right now. I'm going to have a jam roly-poly and custard afterwards.
What do you go for? What meat?
I'm going to have
or
a
every meat?
beef roast.
Okay.
Beef roast, all the trimmings. Hopefully they do roast potatoes and Yorkshire puddings.
Are you particular about your roasties? Like a nice
crispy
yeah.
Extra goose fat.
Yeah, okay. I'm here for that.
There we are.
I didn't know Thailand offered such thing. I'll have to try.
I did. So we're going to find out in a minute. Anyway, take it easy, guys.
Tyson Fury, thank you ever so much for your time.
All the best.
Pick up yourself. Thank you.